Hello!
So I hope that it gives people a feel of how sort of gritty this actual adventure module is.
Yeah.
A lot of the text in it by James and Rich that I really like is about stuff like how different foes will view you in respect to how you've behaved in the past and how their tactics might actually change with respect to you. And it's really...
Well, the Hydra's not talking to anyone, so...
That's right, yeah. That's right.
Nothing should get out about this.
Yeah, so nothing will get out about it. So the Hydra... And it always talks about, how the Hydra will focus its attacks and who it happens to look out for. It's pretty clear the Hydra's just angry and stupid.
John had to leave us because he had an allergy attack, so he's had to go on the break. So.
No, we got those things of visibility. John's still here.
Oh.
He's just
scrolling visibility.
$100,000 worth of CGI is making him be invisible.
This is John's talking head.
Poor John.
So this is, I'm sure this is something all of you at home encounter, is what to do when someone's unable to attend the table. We can either have Jaw get literally washed down the river or disappear.
Or he could be an NPC.
Now. Or he can just be the NPC that he was supposed to be, because that was really cool. He actually is an NPC in the adventure.
Oh, okay.
Or he could just go home.
Did you give him that name?
I gave him I gave him the option of taking on the actual NPC in the adventure's name, and he chose to take it. So
okay.
I also gave him all the information, which unfortunately he missed one part of.
the critical
most
bit.
important part.
There is nothing here about a keep.
That's right, there's definitely nothing. You didn't send me. I did, I can see it. No, you didn't.
There are some new people after the break, so we might do a bit of a reintroduction of characters and who we are.
Yeah.
Just so we can kind of just freshen up about what we're playing, who we're playing, and all that kind of stuff. So we are playing
Red Hand of Doom.
Which is it
was a 3.5 module. I'm adapting it to 5th edition using an adaptation which is on the Giant Tip website, which is super cool. I shall link to it. We're playing pretty much vanilla 5e, apart from my gritty hit point rules, where we take half of the hit points, call them stamina, the other half are called health. You lose all your stamina first. Then you start actually taking physical wounds. You can recover stamina pretty quickly, like you can in the Dungeons & Dragons 5 rules, but actual health is actual physical damage, which is much slower than normal 5th edition recovery.
Gotcha.
So you can't just have a long rest and suddenly all your wounds are magically completely gone.
And who are the characters?
So I'm playing Fagrin, who is an elderly gentleman.
Who is
and he is, his work is that he is an undertaker.
I don't think he's actually become truthful with us about what his character is.
But he also is a necromancer.
Necromancer, as in these are all quotable things, right?
Necromancy's got a bad name. He's trying to
just clean up the image of necromancy.
But
also, a wizard who is also an undertaker, what do you expect, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's amazing you haven't got more minions, really.
I was about to say, an unemployed wizard who just happens to be work with bodies.
My name is Corin Amandaporth. I am a human rogue, and I've taken the what's it called? I've taken the mastermind path, which gives me all sorts of bonuses towards my skills and all that sort of stuff. So I'm a little bit of a jack of all trades when it comes to the skills, and have all sorts of bonuses there. So I've sort of min-maxed the willies out of my character.
And you're on a mission from Brindletown to work out what the heck the diviners are all getting messed up about.
The diviners are all getting their knickers in a twist about something bad that's coming. So I'm
from the west.
I'm out here trying to track it down.
Knicker twist divination. I haven't heard of that one.
Divination. not as bad as what Ben sent to me, which was dragon's pawn divination.
Oh wow, that's not.
Wow,
dragon's spawn.
You did mean dragon's spawn, but yes.
That's not how the text.
That's not how pawn is.
So if you write dragon's spawn, it'll autocorrect to dragon's pawn.
That's right.
Don't try this at home, children.
What sort of dragonic character are you?
I am a dragonborn paladin named Mayastan Shamish, and he's a protector, so he will take all the damage and get all the attacks centered onto him.
And you received one.
I was praying, and I received a word from the god that I needed to go to the witch's garden and receive and find a tool and useful and good companions.
Really? Is that what you want?
Is
I haven't heard that. Like,
He hasn't mentioned
multiple
that.
times.
It's a clear and succinct message.
I was about to say, the most succinct message that has come out of this game is...
Witch's Garden.
I literally sent literal pages of information to Johnny's character.
I have
because
them here.
He has lived in Drellin's Ferry for
Yeah.
a decade
something-
and knows
yeah.
all about it.
Johnny, Derek, and John's characters got 5 pages of notes. I got a single text message. And what did you get, Nathan?
Nothing. I literally have got nothing. I got told I'm an elf and where I'm from.
We had a sit-down talk.
We had a sit-down talk.
He had a face-to-face meeting.
Ah, they had a meeting. I got a single text.
No, so what I got was time and a relationship building moment. It was cool.
Yeah, these guys got notes. I got a
So-
text message. I can see the hierarchy here.
Yeah.
I see what's
The
happening.
Tidi
Starts up
Kito.
here.
You are a Tidi Kito elf.
That's what I am.
Tidi Kito?
You know,
Tidi Kito.
do you know what Tili Kittle stands for in Elvish?
Tidi Kito.
Do you know what Tili Kittle stands for?
What's
Can't
it stand
swim.
for?
Yeah, I was about to say, walks
Can't
lightly
swim.
on water. Walks lightly on water.
I think you took the name of your Elvish clan too literally. Sank.
And you basically stumbled out of the Black Fens with a
Into the river.
owl chick. The Tidi Kito famously ride elves. Ride owls.
They are elves. They ride out.
They ride owls. They ride owls.
You
And,
know how it was going in your head? It was real magical.
beautiful.
It was real magical.
Ride
Yeah.
elves.
And then it just dropped straight down and landed on the gutter.
So he's stolen the owl chick, yeah?
Well,
He's-
not clear.
So there is a story behind it, but you could ask about it. But all you want to know is where is the witchwood?
Hey, you,
Where is the witch's garden?
Where is the
you were
tool?
drowning, I saved your life.
Are you a tool?
No, are you a good companion? I know the tools of
Oh,
Witch's
sorry, I
Garden.
got it confused.
Yeah. You're the good companions. We're going to the tool. Segway. Dead Hydra. Let's walk on it.
Yes. At the moment, you are all collapsed in a heap
On a walkway.
on the
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 causeway.
walkway.
And there's no better place to take a short rest.
I agree.
Yes.
I'm with you. 100% sure.
So can I just ask? We're a little bit new to Twitch, or not as frequent as we go to YouTube. So people's chat is appearing in our video stream as
Yeah.
well as in
Yeah, so
the
I
chat.
got so what I wanted to do is because I know that people are going to be watching this on YouTube after.
Okay.
I figured they may enjoy understanding if there was any messages or stuff that was coming to us. So I figured why not actually put the chat in the actual video so that people can actually see what people are actually talking about while they were watching the video.
Okay.
So in the bottom left-hand corner, you can probably see that the chat's coming up. That's so that when you're watching it later on YouTube, those people can actually see what they're all talking about in the chat and be a part of both the chat and the experience of playing the game.
So can everybody who's in the chat now please put a emoticon of some kind in the chat so
That's
they can all
Press F for press F to show your respects for John who died.
Oh,
John's not dead.
But that's the thing. Like in Call of Duty, there was a big thing where you press F to show respect.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're at a funeral and you press F to show respect. on the thing.
I
So
understand.
now it's this big thing on Twitch, and every time anybody's like, it's just like F. It's just like, like
That's super
it's
cool.
amazing.
Yes.
So what are we saying about John's character?
He'll just be there and I'll run him. Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
If to understand what happens with my slightly grittier health rules, basically, if you look at the description for short rest and you look at the description for long rest,
Yes.
where it says hit points, just replace the word stamina.
okay.
Okay, so you can now spend hit dice to recover some stamina. You can't magically heal your wounds just because you collapse there and breathe heavily for an hour.
But I don't think any of us have lost health, have we?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, you have.
Yeah, I took a hit from.
Would you
one of the
like
heads.
to use
Well, I'm
your
a paladin.
healing
I'm
potion?
just.
You can
I've
heal.
got a healing
You can
pool,
heal
so-
physical damage, but you can't heal stamina
Okay,
with magical
yeah, so
healing.
I'm going to use my hit dice in the short rest to recover some.
But you also, when you take a long rest and sleep, you do recover at half of your level in hit points in health. Yeah, cool.
How many spells
half
do
of
I
your
recover?
level in hit points.
Hit points. That's right.
What's the spell recovery?
Same.
You
In
just,
short
just
rest.
heal. No spells recovered by
No,
short
only
rest.
in a
No,
long
that's
rest,
right.
yeah.
Only in long rest. You recover all your hit spells.
Oh, I think a wizard can recover one spell in a short rest.
Oh, is that right?
I will.
That's what I was trying to remember.
You approached the cart, didn't you, Corin? Is
I
that
did.
right?
Oh, treasure!
Treasure.
Loot.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's
And
some,
John-
okay, well, let's abandon
I've
that.
got Hydra heads.
So you're all collapsed. They're huge. They're like this big.
Yeah.
I suppose you can't. Maybe some teeth.
I might make something into something that's usable.
Some teeth. Yeah, you yank some teeth out of one of the heads you find, which is lying on the causeway. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, so you're all lying there breathing, thinking, oh, this is incredible, I can't believe we survived that, and all that sort of stuff. And why didn't we run away? Well, we didn't need to run away and all that thing. And then in a flash of brilliance occurs to men who just sits up bolt upright and says, what was in that cart?
Do I remember seeing anything in it?
Well, yeah, there was all sorts of detritus and things
Oh,
like that.
wow, okay.
Including what looked like
That's
an
where the
armoured
wilderness began.
hobgoblin
Oh,
with a chain vest on. Most of the equipment was rather severely rusted, but this chain vest was not. It wasn't a chain vest, it was you couldn't tell what it was. It was covered
Was the
in-
hobgoblin alive
It
or
was
dead?
shininess. It was a dead skeleton of a hobgoblin
In a shiny...
something shiny was on his breast, which looked a heck of a lot more
Mithril-esque.
shiny. Yeah, mithril-esque possibly. Non-corrosion. Yes.
Alright. I might go and have a look.
The paladin has the right idea.
I will.
Okay.
I will jump down there as well, and I will not go 2 squares close to the
Yeah, so
river.
you stick away from the edge of the river, so
Yes.
because you've seen that was slippery.
Yeah.
Excellent. You scrouch your way through the mud while everyone else thinks, "Oh God, why is he going back in there
Again.
again? Don't summon another Hydra." And roll for initiative. That'd be just terrible.
Oh.
The least entertaining.
That would be very gritty. You're one man down. Time to hit you while it.
So yeah, so you've this looks like a cart full of supplies, maybe. Kind
Okay.
of,
Supplies!
rods of iron and things and food and things like that.
Wow, that's such a dad joke.
Good one. I might be using it.
Good.
That's fantastic.
As the only non-dad. Oh, Jesus, that was like.
Eldon would shake his head and Minotaur would just go.
Yep.
And your kids would just giggle because it would be hilarious because they're little. Fantastic. Yeah, so yeah,
Why did the toilet paper go to the? Why did the toilet paper roll down the hill? To get to the bottom.
Nice.
did people put a
Johnny, meanwhile, is taking notes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if that joke died, put an F in the chat.
Because then they'd be respecting the joke. So it's like,
Whoa!
whoa,
What do you do with that?
So you scratch away some of the moss on this
Yeah.
skeleton,
Face palm.
and you find a breastplate made of a shining silver metal, which you can tug off the skeleton as it
It kind of disintegrates underneath it. Okay.
de-articulates. Yes.
Correct.
Oh right, yeah. Okay, yeah. I pull that
You
away.
yank this, and you sort of hold it up.
Oh, this should be good for you.
all right. That's what's it look like?
Anything else in there?
Has
It's
it
just
got
a
any imagery on
breastplate.
it?
It's just a breastplate.
Right, no.
It is shiny, and you struggle back with it. Do you? There doesn't seem to be much else in there that's of any value of any kind.
All right.
What about actually
I have
on
an
the-
excellent perception.
Yeah.
What about in the stomach of the Hydra? Did it
Oh,
eat
what
The
a
anything?
body of the
eaten.
Hydra is down the bottom
Like a
of the
great white
river and
shark.
floating, blobbing, and it's sort of opened up. Yeah, no, nothing.
Steamy and
Anything was in there, I cut it in half, unfortunately.
But it was like it had eaten a
So
warrior.
no,
or something.
there's nothing really accessible unless you want to deep dive into the river and search around
Oh,
in the
hang
black
on.
water.
No, we can do magical detect magic.
I could do we
Yes,
could
and
do
cast
detect
detect magic.
Yeah, that would be a wise thing to do. Like,
let me just
what's your
get
wisdom?
back.
Yeah.
I'll just get back.
So you
and
struggle onto the edge and show him this breastplate.
+4.
Right.
bang it
You
up
do
onto
that.
onto the causeway
Yep.
and let them do their thing.
Do you cast detect magic?
From just look here. I think I have got it. I just need to work out.
Cool.
It's just a cantrip.
Meanwhile, I
Meanwhile,
cast Animate Dead.
oh,
no,
gee.
Hydra?
Have you got a Hydra?
No, the Hydra's too big. I can only do small or medium creatures, and I'm sure it's large.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
there were other. So he disarticulated the hobgoblin that was wearing the plate, the breastplate. But there are other ones you can animate. Absolutely.
I can animate a disarticulated.
Oh.
I can choose a pile of bones.
You can. Oh, okay. Oh, I stand
I would
corrected.
call that a pile of bones.
So
would
it
you not?
reassembles
It
itself.
reassembles itself.
Hang on, I've still got a
I
couple of
jumped
ribs
to
stuck in the.
I jumped to my feet and draw my sword.
This was always going to
At the
happen.
approach of a assembled pile
So
of
yeah,
bones.
Your spell imbues the target with a foul mimicry of life.
Oh.
I just like that phrase. I just wanted to share that with the group. I won't read the whole spell.
I don't want to read the whole. I just,
I just like that bit.
I got to share it with the audience.
Yeah,
How cool is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I
so
think
this-
All right.
necromancers have a bad rap.
Whereabouts? Whereabouts?
It's recycling, right? They're
Yes.
being efficient.
It was just lying there doing nothing.
Where is
It was a
this?
waste of space.
So you notice this.
Where is this articulated
So
pile of
over
bones
there,
coming
he's wandered through the mud over
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
cart
I've
to
walked
fetch
over to
himself
the
a
cart.
skeleton.
from? All right,
Oh, you
remember
brought
that I
you brought a
have many.
skeleton.
Oh, you do?
Nice.
Fantastic.
No.
Is it a hobgoblin?
Oh, I haven't got a hobgoblin.
Come
spell.
on.
Is it
Oh,
a
Mini,
hobgoblin?
Sorry.
Wow.
I would have
We're all the
expected
same.
better from you, or at least a goblin.
We're all the same under our flesh.
Yes.
Once it's
So yeah,
He's got a
I
big sword.
yeah no that's cool. I don't know what weapons this
hang on,
Won't reach.
hobgoblin
Won't reach.
has.
Oh,
Any
we can move
rusty,
into here.
whatever's
Yeah.
carrying it can carry
Yep,
again.
Yep. So you have skeleton stats there, do you?
Not,
Skeleton scats.
not on me, no.
We do
But I
this.
I've
can
got some.
There we go.
I can
okay.
get some.
Yep. I could send them to you even.
There we go.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Hang on, here we go.
What
There you
format
go,
can
go,
you
go.
send them in?
Yeah, like a text
Not
message.
too
Yeah,
close.
perfect.
I mean a Facebook message.
Yeah, yep, that works too.
Yeah.
There we are. Do-do-do. Oh,
All right,
look at that.
I'm. Since you're close to it, I'm sort of prepared to launch into
Don't scream.
melee if required.
Yeah. What happens? You sort of trudge back through the mud with this skeleton squelching after you?
Yeah,
What's his name?
I don't name them.
No, you do. You've got to name him.
I don't name them.
Chat, what's the skeleton's
Nothing.
name?
No. I don't want stupid, funny names for skeletons. No.
What's his hobgoblin name?
Skeleton stats. Excellent. Okay,
So it
good.
is a race.
If you were able to
between
read
these
the inscrutable facial expressions of a dragonborn,
Yeah.
you might be able to work out that I am perplexed and I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
That might look like I'm really angry and about to bite your head off, but I will ask.
two. Calmly.
How does this help us get to the witch's garden?
It is a good companion.
You were looking for good companions, and I have procured you one.
My look of surprise might look also like I'm going to bite someone's head off. I'm not sure.
It is still dead. So it is expendable. If we come into contact with any more dangerous creatures, the skeleton can go first.
I trust you, Vagrant.
Jaw is like, this is a bit sus. What sort of caster are you?
Just a wizard. But I've spent a lot of time with dead bodies. I am an undertaker by trade. So I picked up a few things.
I'm not sure I like that sort of thing personally, but I suppose if it's pragmatic purpose of protecting us,
It is efficient.
yes.
Quick question: where are the dogs?
He left the dogs, yeah.
Dogs do like bones.
Bones, woof.
Walking
You were gonna cast detect magic.
Oh, detect magic, yeah. Because obviously this is not. We are not the first party to come through here and be attacked by this Hydra.
You cast detect magic.
I cast detect magic, which is a first level spell.
So yeah, your
I
range,
cast all my first attempt level
your
spells.
senses open up
I was
and
about to say
spread.
one off. Like that's it.
The mithril breastplate is not magic, is it? It's just made of mithril, which means it's heaps lighter. Is that right?
It's on my
I don't know.
character sheet
That's
all along.
All right.
we don't even.
Oh
know
no,
what
it is magic.
yet.
It's +1 breastplate.
Ooh. So that's what the 5. It's worth
So is that
500.
but you're wearing full plate, aren't you?
I am wearing full plate.
Okay, but I think it acts as light armor. So who can wear sort of light armor?
I
I think you can't you?
Oh,
you
no, I
can't wear
can.
metal.
I can't wear. No, that's a. I don't know if the metal thing is a thing for druids anymore.
Too many additions.
Yeah.
it's light.
I'm just looking at
Just
that.
because it's mithril.
Oh, it counts as light.
Yeah, because it's super light. Like
You know what the
really,
chat
really-
says? Let's
What?
not name the skeleton Phil.
Excellent. I would. That would make me happy. Thank you, chat.
Phil.
Let's not name him Phil.
No. No, we're going for slightly more gritty and serious.
So it's Philip.
Yeah.
So what I can do,
Yeah,
maybe
so what armor can you wear?
I can wear light armor.
Yeah. So
Is
you
it?
could wear. You could be now wearing a breastplate's worth of armor.
Breastplate of
Plus
mithril.
1, and it's only light armor. It's not going to have any effect on you.
Excellent.
What's its
Alright.
armor already? Though?
I'm gonna do
is
that.
it just +1, or is it like what's its?
No,
I don't know what's a
think it's-
mithril. What's a breastplate? Yeah, that's a super valuable item, especially
Yeah.
for a rogue.
Mm.
Okay.
With such a low armor class.
I detect magic. Was there anything in the
Until
area?
No, nothing else. The breastplate does shine gleamingly and invitingly.
Okay, good. Hey, everybody, how you going? I know it's like mid-morning, but I'm really tired.
Well, it's actually
I was thinking more like, hey, look, let's just take a. You know how the thing said it moved but didn't move?
Well, you've walked 8 miles and another 8 miles, so it's actually right,
Towards the end of the day.
Towards the end of the day.
I'm saying
Make camp.
the
my
biggest
specialty.
and baddest and ugliest thing in this area at the moment was that Hydra. So nobody comes in this area because anybody in this area who knows this area doesn't come here. So we should probably park our. This is from my elvish scout knowledge. So I say this in a very elvish way.
It is pretty mosquito infested and horrible. Perhaps if you either head a little bit further south, back down the Dawn Way.
I can
the north?
create a shelter magically that will keep the mosquitoes out,
Oh,
and anyone
really?
else for that matter.
Really? What sort of shelter?
I have Leo's tiny hut,
Oh, really?
Oh yes.
Nice.
so we can just live there.
Can you read?
Yeah, read us the flavour text of Leo's tiny hut.
A 10-foot radius immobile dome of force springs into existence around and above you and remains stationary for the duration. I'll tell you the duration later. The spell ends if you leave its area.
Yep.
9 creatures of medium size or smaller can fit inside the dome with you. The spell fails if its area includes a larger creature or more than 9 creatures. Creatures and objects within the dome, when you cast this spell, can move through it freely. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. The atmosphere inside the space is comfortable and dry, regardless of the weather outside.
Nice.
Until the spell ends, you can command the interior to become dimly lit or dark. The dome is opaque from the outside of any colour you choose, black,
Opaque.
but it is transparent from the inside.
The chat has said one thing, which is it's not Leah's tiny thing, it's Leah's tiny morgue.
Yes.
This is a remarkably good person to have on your mission through a disgusting sweat fabric.
Well,
That's
it's a
fantastic.
good- I can use it in combat too, which can be handy. Like to just
really?
have a little
Well, no creatures can come
dome
in.
that no one can get into.
And you
I
can
mean,
move
I
in
can't
and out of
cast
it.
things out from it, and if I leave it, it disappears. But you guys can all leave it and come back.
I like your character when he was just like, lift him up, lift him up, lift him up.
This
Just
is
get
what
you
I do.
What's the duration again?
Oh yeah, so
8 hours.
The duration's 8 hours, which will give us plenty of time for a long rest.
Okay.
By the,
yeah.
by
I
the
think
way,
actually it's a long rest.
That is
Sounds like a lovely long
exactly.
rest.
the chat has made a decision because you dug up the bones. It should be dug because you dug up, and it's got nothing to do. It was just how.
I think there's an anvil hitting on your head for reading out the chat.
Yeah, it's getting dangerous.
I think you
So
might.
where do you set up the hut?
It's on the
There looks
causeway,
to
I
be a
guess.
grassy,
Oh yeah,
Yeah, okay.
maybe on this
secure
grassy
grassy
bit,
bank
I
up there.
love Menu's theory that this place would be avoided by most animals and all sorts of creatures and everything.
Yeah,
because
it
of the
makes
presence
sense.
of the Hydra. Fantastic. So you cast this hut,
We have a sleep.
and you I guess first you
Rest.
eat and things like that. You brought
We do it all within the
Can I imagine inside? Is it have like silk walls and it's just it's like
transparent. Was it? Yeah.
beautiful. Like
Yeah,
it's very
that's
much. It's got your little bath in the corner. And
I don't think it has any stuff in it. I think it's just a dome of force.
Sorry, do we really need to take a long rest, or can we?
Yeah,
Can we
all
do
the
a short-
spellcasters are out.
No, I only need to replenish one spell plus that
Yeah,
one.
we're both out.
So that's
we
2.
need a long rest.
Yeah, and it's
we
getting
we,
dark.
we went.
Yeah, we used a lot
Plus,
of
I can
spells on
recover 3 spell points worth of spells
that.
in
Yeah,
a
I think
short
all of our
rest.
spells come back only on a long
So
rest.
you
So
guys
say-
need a long rest.
So this is now.
So you can go on first watch. Is that what you're saying? That's what I'm hearing.
We don't need watches. Nothing can get in.
Oh.
Is
we
it
can
really
all just sleep.
Is it really just 8 hours? Because it's probably like 4 p.m. at the moment, which makes your hut disappear at 2 a.m.
That would be unfortunate.
So should
But if we've got a
Um,
goblin infestation, we probably don't want to press on too far.
Yeah,
and then we can
duration
take
8
advantage
hours.
of Manu. We can just bond and tell stories.
Yeah,
and I can
that's-
tell everyone
we
about
could-
how I'm looking
maybe
forward
you
to
set
getting
up
to the
camp
Witch's
first.
Garden.
We could
Yeah.
sort of
Just
just.
finding a tool.
your stories?
companion.
Your stories are always the same.
I could just cast it when we're going to go to actually
Yeah,
go to
okay,
sleep.
good.
We
So
could
you-
just chat for a while in the afternoon
Yeah, I
and
think-
evening, have some dinner, then cast, go to sleep.
We're going to become a more integrated party. We're going to
Should we roleplay
Well-
this out?
grill
Well,
Corin about.
I agree with spending some time waiting. We don't want to approach, to traverse the witchwood in the pitch black. There are other creatures that curse these roads.
Do you have any more details on that?
Well, yes. I mean, apart from the normal creatures that frequent
The goblins,
a
the
damp
hobgoblins.
place, the hobgoblins are a new thing, in fact.
Oh,
Harrying people on the road and on the path.
is there anything similar to what we just faced?
No, all sorts of strange things, yes. One must be careful, and the witch wouldn't keep one's wits about one. All sorts of creatures. More of them as well of late, since humans and I have been kept busy with the hobgoblins.
Ah. So you would say that there's a balance that's shifting in the
Yes.
Witchwood.
Yes.
Well, this is what I'm
Towards
here to
darkness
find
and
out.
Chaos. Find out. You said you'd come from Brindle.
Yes. The
Lord Jarmuth. is
the
that his name?
ruling party, Lord Jarmuth and his other council of three have sent me here to explore.
I'm surprised they're interested in the West.
Oh, I think they perceive threats from any danger, from any direction, and that's why I'm out here.
As I said, I hear rumours of goblins in the Wormsmoke Mountains. Hordes of them, in fact. It'd be wise to have a check of the bridge, which I mentioned before.
Yes,
Skull Gorge.
but we're not going that direction, right?
Well, it's north of here. We can
We
go to
get
this.
to the witch's garden first.
We can go to the keep, yes, to keep the paladin happy. If there's some sort of tool that would be useful for your party,
Yes.
sounds like a good plan.
Yes.
And good companions.
Yes, as you seem to have found.
I look at the,
At the skeleton.
slightly
Yeah.
dubiously. Again, might look like I'm angry, but I'm looking dubious.
I carve good companion across the top of the skeletons.
Into its skull.
To the bone.
That's cool.
So just hang there, just stop.
That's cool.
Yeah. It won't. Yeah.
You wouldn't object.
It
It'd
wouldn't
just
object
sit
because
there.
it doesn't think for itself. I control it. So,
Cool.
I
well, actually, technically, it will probably consider that as an attack and try to defend itself.
Well,
Oh.
not unless you. I think.
I
it's
can
a
tell
lovely
it not to.
Yeah.
right.
I can tell it not to defend
So-
itself.
something
If
that
I say
occurs to
nothing,
you-
it defends itself.
Yeah, just say you're later on in the evening. Yeah, it occurs to you to scratch it. Can I do something? Paladin sing, you know.
Write it. You could just get ink. You know.
Yeah,
just
yes.
scratch
Oh, yes, I have a
into its
calligraphy
bone.
set. I'm gonna write it in very beautiful cursive script.
Ooh.
Do you write
Actually,
it?
you've got an intelligence of 7. You probably wouldn't be able
You
to.
can't read cursive.
I can read. I can read printing.
All
put it-
caps.
I put it in all caps.
What languages does he speak?
Common, draconic,
I can put it in
Can
draconic.
you put it in draconic?
I can.
I would like that.
Yeah.
Do you speak
and
draconic?
So-
undercommon.
In the background and the mastermind path that I took, I've actually got 5 languages that I can speak and read and write.
Cool.
So
You really are
draconic is
hoity-toity,
it
aren't you,
is
from the big
it is.
smoke.
It's kind of
That's excellent. I love it.
and I took the prodigy feat as well at first level, which has given me all sorts of other stuff. So yeah, interesting combination of character.
It's an interesting
skills.
build. I like what
It
you've done
is.
with your build.
And D&D Beyond makes building these sorts of things
Oh,
very
yeah.
easy.
Free plug.
Yeah. Thank you, D&D Beyond.
There was another conversation that wanted to happen over there. Is that right? At some point.
Oh,
in the
we're
evening?
bonded because I've saved his life, and then he's almost drowned again.
I
I'm looking
yanked
after
you
that.
out of the river.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's just.
He doesn't remember that.
We're bonding.
I wasn't in needing.
And my
I
little
wasn't
owl
in need
is-
of
Right.
being
My owl is
saved.
kind of just trying to pretend to
Just
fly
fine.
in the corner, and it's not quite there yet, but maybe next session it could flutter. Maybe.
So about sort of 10 o'clock in the evening when people are looking to retire, it does in fact start to rain. So I guess you hastily erect your hut.
It's very hasty. It's instantaneous. No, I don't think it is instantaneous. But anyway, it happens.
That certainly thwarts the rain.
I can't remember what the.
It must look genius. This most transparent, smoky surface with the rain dripping on it and running down.
Well,
the
it's
side.
transparent from the inside.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it would look very cool for us.
I'm loving this new breastplate as well.
Are you going to sleep in it?
Well, it's increased my armor class by 2 points, so I'm now armor class of 16, and
Ooh.
it's pretty good for me too. If the
feeling
armor
pretty buff.
normally imposes a disadvantage on dexterity stealth checks, or has a strength requirement, the mithril version of the armor
Yeah,
doesn't.
That's right. Yes. Mithril +1 mithril armor is amazing.
Very nice.
You get no more loot the entire campaign.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So you do, in fact, with the aid of this hut, pass the night, and definitely the location in the close vicinity of a rather vicious Hydra, by rumour, if not in actuality, pass the night undisturbed. And it is summer.
Spell
So-
slots.
Yes.
Restored.
So you recover all your stamina in a long rest.
Yes.
You recover half your level in hit points, but you healed yourself anyway.
I hadn't suffered any hit point damage, so
Really?
used
Oh,
it.
okay.
I only took just on the cusp of half.
Okay, good. So you recover all your stamina everywhere. Managed-
And
Jaw.
Jaw, I
He
think
took-
had taken
he
help.
took quite a bit of.
I don't know if you
So-
tracked that though.
Excellent.
Yeah.
But someone could have healed him.
He could have done the stamina in a short rest with his
That's
hit
right.
die, and he would have recovered some of it.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know if he
You
took
can
heaps
recover
of
all
help.
the stamina overnight. Yeah. Okay, good. So we'll say Jaw has
He
a
was below half though,
Jaw has a wound which one of the domains.
I can lay hands on
lay
it.
hands on it
and do
heal
it before we rest because then it's replenished.
Yeah.
That's right. So magically healed wounds in my slightly grittier system, are healed up with a
the
dark
scar.
blue mark that remains. It will very gradually sort of disappear, but these will build up and actually have a detrimental effect if you just can't keep going and going and going and going and going. Your, in fact, healing magic leaves a golden
That's right.
dust of apparently gold dust in the
Yes,
world.
yes.
Super
Literal gold dragon
Yeah.
gold dust.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
That's-
You can become decorated.
Okay.
I was about to say, if you got really badly burnt, you get healed. You're like literally standing there like a golden man.
Yeah.
It's
So
like,
with a sort of a fleshy pop, the hut dissolves like a skin.
Oh.
sort
and
of,
everybody
spreading.
falls out.
Oh, no, you're on the ground, are you? Is there or it
It's
dissolves?
a
into
dome
smoke?
over us. I think
Yeah.
it turns into smoke
turns into smoke. That's cool.
and just sort of blows away in the wind.
Oh,
Well,
The sun is just
like
rising
Avengers.
to the east. Yes, and the air that was held at bay, the humidity, the oppressive heat, the slimy,
We're with such climate controlled
bacteria-filled
conditions.
smell.
That's
That's right. Comes drifting back in and fills your nostrils.
what a very interesting wake-up call alarm clock.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I know. But I think we feel well rested.
We do.
You do feel well
Good night's
rested.
sleep.
What level
Spell
is that
slot
spell?
restored. Spell slot
3.
restored for
Wow,
wisdom.
okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's quite
excellent.
a good spell. You're like, that's really powerful.
Yeah.
I haven't
Alright.
slept so well in. Must be 20 years. You're a good man, despite your other less savoury hobbies.
You say, looking at the skeleton.
That's right.
With weird writing on it.
Yeah,
This is our good companion.
Yes.
Or however you say that in Draconic. I can't speak Draconic. Or maybe I can, I can't remember. I
That's
built this
cool.
weeks ago. Anyway,
To the witch's garden.
We
we're
head off.
in the witch's garden, aren't we?
The keep.
The keep.
excellent.
So good.
All right.
We've been in the witch's garden for like days.
You guys are walking along trying to explain this fact. It's a keep in the witch's garden. Witch wood is like a.
The ruined keep in the witch's garden.
All right.
There I will find a tool for good and good companions.
I'm just wondering what's going to happen when you get that and you have that point of like,
Now what do I
what
do?
do I do now?
Well,
Like,
no, because I get there and there's like it's infested with goblins and the good companions are at the ruined keep.
Oh.
you've already thought about it.
So after a good long morning's walk,
Right.
as it just the heat of the day starts to truly rise and make the sweat between your armor and your body trickle and pool and drip and slick. You know that
He's
slick
talking to
feeling.
the humans.
You know that slick feeling between your feet and the bottom of your thongs.
No.
Flip flops, yeah.
No,
Really sort of
that's a-
slippery.
That's a really
Yeah.
bad
Yeah.
feeling. I don't want to feel. Why would you make me think that? That's
You know
not
when
nice.
your
Dragon Ball.
thighs
Oh.
chafe because they're so hot and you're like, it's starting to get a bit red and raw down there. Absolutely, it's disgusting.
Are you agreeing with yourself? Yeah, you know about that? Oh,
Yeah, absolutely.
Getting raw down there.
On the left-hand side of the path, I'll just put that back. Looming out of the shadowy woods is a haunting sight. A ruined keep.
Ooh, hang on. Hey, it's a keep. It's a keep.
This old castle.
Can I
sits-
tap him on the shoulder and point?
Yep. Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
I'm walking towards it.
Oh,
This old castle sits on a small rocky hillock, and you can catch glimpses of a broken tower through the trees.
Nice.
A moss-covered stone at the side of the road you've been following marks the footpath that looks like it leads up to the keep. Your passive perception quickly
Yeah.
and easily notices numerous medium humanoid footprints, including those which you've been a jaw points out as being the tracks of large wolves or wargs. Have been travelling up and down the Dawn Way and in and out of this pathway that goes to the keep.
And recently,
Recently.
I relay that to my companions and I say, I think we might wish to find a different way into the keep.
No. A tool for good. I cast detect magic on myself and I walk forward.
On yourself.
Yeah, that's how it works. So within 30 feet of me,
Oh, right.
anything magical has a faint aura. So I just walk forward, essentially
Lighting up.
like I'm essentially like a mind sweeping the crowd.
So 30 feet.
30 feet of me, and I'm just walking forward,
Radius.
looking for a tool for good.
So
Well, I found a tool. I don't know if he's for good, but like he's definitely a tool.
I think he'll always be a tool.
you-
He's
yeah.
a tool for
You
good.
get drawn along behind him for the
Yeah,
moment.
I'm gonna come along behind him, and I'm
Jaws
definitely
like,
gonna.
"Well, what are we walking out in the open for? This is crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
We seek a tool for good in the ruined keep in the witch's gut. We are close.
I understand that, but if we go in there on a frontal assault, they will see us and kill us before we can achieve the tool, or they will see us coming and move the tool out of the keep.
You
We
don't
must-
want to fail your god, do you?
We must we must circumvent the front of the keep and find another way in. I think
The
this is
cogs are turning.
I think this is a very good idea.
This may look something like I'm going to rip your head off at any second.
What's that old,
While I am quite confused.
that old Windows sound where there's an error?
Yeah.
I think if I speak to animals, it'll come through a little bit clearer.
Can I try a persuasion on him?
Oh, no, I think the role playing is doing all right.
Yeah. Are you afraid of these things?
The only thing I'm afraid of is them moving the tool before we can get a chance to find it.
You are a good servant of good. Shall I make a? I suppose. I can easily see the wisdom. In
How
this.
far,
Yeah.
how many feet from us is the keep?
Okay, you're still talking like 100 feet, yeah.
Could I
Alright,
sneak ahead?
I send my raven ahead,
Oh.
which I'm sure will go unnoticed, being a bird that could easily be in these parts.
And you can see through its eyes.
And I can see through its eyes for 100 feet, which you just said was how far away it was.
Oh,
Excellent.
did you just? Oh yeah, boys.
Yep, I can.
Boys.
He just role
I can see
that.
through my familiar's eyes and hear what it hears.
So it flips and flaps towards the keep. The
But
old
I am
keep,
deaf and blind, so you guys need to look
Right.
out. You know.
Really, that's cool.
Yeah.
The old keep is in very
Vagrant.
poor.
This is a keep.
The old keep is in very poor repair. There's a
makes sense.
gatehouse at the front which is partially collapsed, as are sections of the wall which is on the northern side. The walls surrounding the keep are about 15 feet high, with 2-story tower looming in the southwest corner. I might as well bring up this map actually.
Yeah.
your
Having explored, I then draw a quick map in the dirt for my companions.
And this is what your
which
map
you will
looks
now
like.
see here.
Ready? You ready for this map?
3,
There we
2,
go.
1.
This is quite a detailed map that you've
We're down here.
Yeah.
Your
yeah.
cartographic skills are good.
Oh, yeah.
There are large boulders.
I'm used to
strewn-
drawing maps of cemeteries to show everyone's buried.
like literally 5-foot diameter boulders strewn around.
Literally
amid the
5
ruins.
I love I love it. It's just like, surprisingly, they fit exactly in. If you put a 5-foot grid, they all fit perfectly in it.
But this looks like it's been bombed.
It had two watchtowers at the. Oh yeah, so you see those? Yeah, it looks like it's been bombed. Those two towers there.
Oh.
Yep. Are two watchtowers which are almost completely destroyed. There were gates in between them, but they're gone. A massive human skeleton slumps amid the ruins in the north.
Oh yeah, that is massive.
The northern one.
Boulders
Oh, hang on,
giant.
point to that again for me.
That's a huge huge skeleton.
Hang on.
A humanoid skeleton.
Is there a huge skeleton just outside?
Yes.
Yeah,
Johnny?
no, he can't. No, small and medium only.
Oh,
Could animate its
the
legs.
skeleton is still wearing tattered
Doesn't like
fragments
that
of hide armor,
Nice.
and a large club lies next to one of its bony arms.
Okay,
Brilliant.
so we're not talking siege engines. We're talking giants
That's
throwing
right.
rocks.
This is a intact tower that's about double story high.
15, yeah.
How far from this wall? I'm assuming this wall has been breached. From
the forest.
the tree line.
Yeah. So it's all. It looks like whatever the heck, which was very bad, happened to this keep. Happened a generation ago, and the forest has grown up to within, just off the edge of the telly,
Oh, okay.
and all around. Kind of, it's more open the way you were approaching.
So if we circled around this
Yeah.
side, then we
in
would
the edge
only
of the
be
forest.
15
Yeah.
feet from the wall.
Yep.
That's our plan, I think.
Yeah.
That's our entry point. Do we want to wait until evening?
How long has it taken us to get here?
Yeah, it's just midday, the meridian, pretty
Okay.
much, and it's bloody hot and exhausting, actually.
I don't think I'm gonna
I don't think
be
you
able
can
to
wait.
sit here for another 6 hours.
I cast levitate.
So walking here, is there anything magical that I can detect? In the
Yeah,
witch's
it's only
garden?
30 feet.
30 feet from me, yeah. So it would get to
6
here
squares.
if we're just on the edge of
So
the
you
forest.
guys, and you can cast a spell over and over, can you?
Oh yeah, I can cast it on me, yeah, and then
Yeah.
have a rest, yep.
How long does it
Oh.
Sorry.
duration go for?
10 minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes. Okay. I guess if you spend 10 minutes working your way around the edge of the forest, then you can get to within 30 feet of 6 squares. So yeah, so you're standing in the forest over here. Yep.
So maybe a couple of squares.
There
inside.
are magical auras, especially in the second level of the tower.
Oh.
Up here.
Yeah.
We have that on the map.
That sits here,
Yeah, yeah.
obviously, yeah. Yep.
Make me rise.
This is what you did
No,
last
no.
time.
And,
Okay,
and maybe in the basement.
I have an ability
Yeah.
that might help, which is called Pass Without Trace.
Yeah.
That veils shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection for the duration, which is 1 hour.
Seriously?
Each creature
1 hour.
within 30 feet of you, including you, has plus 10 bonus to their stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means. Capture a creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks and no other trace of its passing.
What level is that spell?
That was a level 2 spell.
You guys are like
10
Swiss
hardcore.
Army knife of beat the world. It's really great.
That's
Wow.
why we're all magic, but we haven't just taken things that
Yeah.
do damage.
No, I've got like 1 or 2 damage. Everything else is
Yeah.
just utility.
Yeah,
So we've got to
flaming
be
sphere
we've got to be
and
30
everything
feet
else.
With next to me.
next to you.
And it makes it hard to perceive you just right now. Is that right?
So
you said that, didn't you?
Shadows
Impossible.
and silence radiate from you, masking your companions during it, and you get plus 10 to
Yeah, okay, good.
any
You
stealth
said that.
check.
Good. Okay. So you basically become hard to perceive.
Yeah.
If someone were watching. Okay.
It's like
Which I
you're-
find is amazing because I'm walking straight in.
Yeah. Okay, excellent.
No, but we're like,
Can I go
we're
ahead?
leading you. We're kind of like, what about over here? Could it be over here?
I
There's a
think,
ditch over
I think
there.
I'm heading straight into the hole.
Excellent. So you all walk forward. Do you want to chuck your minis on there?
Dun, 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 dun.
Maybe
Where's Skelly?
Skelly can go first.
This is so exciting to me to be playing this module. Can I just say?
I know.
really?
but we
No.
know.
Whoa, I
We
am
haven't been hearing
shocked.
about it for.
so cool.
8 years. 8
Yeah.
years he's been ranting about this.
Yeah.
That's right, we've had to put up with it.
So Skelly clambers up over the skeleton.
Everybody's very excited about the skeleton. They're calling him Doug, and then the big skeleton,
Yeah.
Giant Doug.
I approve. That sounds totally fine.
Can I have a look in here?
You
So
gotta stay
before
within
you
30 feet of
do,
him.
Okay.
this courtyard of hard-packed earth has an eerie air of desolation. Jagged boulders embedded in the ground seem to have been dropped here, which you've worked out what the heck happened, doesn't take a scientist, or thrown from a great distance. Who could have done that?
He just disrespected you there. Doesn't take a scientist, he said.
Oh, wow. What he's saying is you're not smart.
Mastermind.
I'm an investigator.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Many of the walls bear large dents and cracks where the boulders might have once struck. Two massive skeletons lie at the opposite ends of the courtyard, so yes, you can see those. You probably can't actually see that one, but anyway. One propped up by the watchtower, another sprawled out to the south where walls collapse. Good.
Okay.
Area 1. Yeah, same goblin, hobgoblin style footprints around this courtyard.
But no signs of life. Just
So you're
yet.
going to sneak a view in there.
As soon as since we know from my detect magic there's something up here and I'm looking for the tool, I'm going to go through this broken wall.
Yep.
I have a
Try
question.
and get into the tower.
My raven didn't see anything living in here.
Yeah, did it fly down into the courtyard?
Yeah, it did a full. Like I got all this detail. How did
It did all
I
the
wouldn't
recon. Oh, I like it.
get that without?
Yeah, he's.
At least flying around the
So
courtyard.
you moved a bit further forward just to make sure it stayed in range
Yeah,
or whatever.
it didn't say 100 feet away and go, that's good.
Oh, that's all I can see. I can see a keep. We can see a keep.
Okay, are you saying it flew into that room? Or went and sat down and looked in that room or not? Or did it...
I think without leaving the courtyard, so would have just
Yeah.
seen a cone through the door. Like if something's in that corner, I wouldn't spot
There was a
it.
hole in the roof of the just
Oh,
behind
I'd
the
spot
dragonborn there.
'Cause-
There was a hole in the roof, and it noted a manticore, which a manticore is something that looks like that. Do you want to show that to our lovely viewers? There you go. Asleep
fingers up.
in that, or reclined in that room.
Burn it with fire.
In this room, I'll describe what you saw, which you can then subsequently describe to your.
So the manticore
friend.
was over
So your,
here.
hand,
Yeah,
your hand's
I think
currently
it was
on
up
my
there.
shoulder, perhaps.
Yes.
We'll see what happens.
Well, I think we would have talked about this before.
That's right. Yeah.
I just realised
The
that I hadn't
interior
really
of this
specified.
stone building is open and spacious. Wooden timbers support the roof above, as if like all the internal walls have been taken out, but the sort of part of it's still there. Here and there are the remains, probably once are in internal dividing walls. Two large boulders sit on the floor. Near large holes have been knocked in the southeast wall. Rubble from this hole has been piled in a circle to form a crude fire pit, which you can see there. Yep. Against the west wall of the room are arranged 4 double bunks, each strewn with filthy covers. Another bed, this one much larger, sits on the south wall, partially obscured by a badly damaged wooden screen. A poorly stuffed owlbear, hello owlbear, looms in the centre of the room. And
That would be this.
sitting around the fire pit is a large, which when you saw before, a large bull-headed creature with 2 sharp-looking horns and 2 hobgoblins, well armoured and bristling with weapons, sitting around the fire, and 2 hobgoblins asleep in the 2 little bunks you can see there. So yeah, so knowing that,
Knowing that, would we have marched in quite like
What
this?
size is the
I guess we're hidden, but
what size is the owlbear?
it's like 10 foot tall.
No, as in medium or is an owlbear
No,
a
that would be
medium
a
creature?
medium creature.
surely.
Oh, jeez.
That's super cool.
And if it's
No.
taxidermied, then we might have another companion.
A good companion.
It's large.
Maybe it was a
It's not like
baby
it's not like
owlbear.
baby owlbear. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I know where I'm heading.
Okay, well, can you hold off for a minute? And
Hold on for a minute. Stop.
I want to stealth around
Give me a
here.
persuade check. I don't know.
Fine, let's keep within 30 feet of me. So
Yeah.
let's just move me up
We've got a
slightly.
bit of chaos happening here.
So I'm kind of trying to keep in the middle of everyone. So
But the Dragonborn? Yes? No?
I'm going through the hole in the wall.
Hang on, just
I'm waiting.
can I? You're waiting for me? Okay.
Yeah.
What's the signal?
You'll know the signal when something happens. I'll just have my hand on your shoulder.
Oh, no, you should ask him. You should pray before you fight.
Okay, stop. Let's pray.
Let's pray.
Oh, that's so
My
good.
fighting
No.
is a prayer.
No, pray.
I open this door.
Is it a door or a window?
I open that door.
You open that door. Excellent.
I burst in saying, "Where is the tool for good?"
Excellent. Roll for initiative, everyone.
Oh dear.
18
18. What's your
Ooh.
initiative bonus?
+3.
You get to go first.
23.
He gets to go
4.
first. You go last.
And my raven.
Ooh.
It
Can go with
17.
You can go with you.
Huh?
And we get a surprise
separate
round?
for me.
And the monsters.
The
Is this a
Yeah,
surprise
monsters go
round?
separately. You want me to
well,
call
it
to
acts
act?
independently of me.
Okay. What did it get?
17.
Same as me.
No, we
Because
got
the
eight.
skeleton acts on my turn under my commands.
Monsters go- Okay.
It
good.
doesn't get its own.
Okay. Okay. I accept
Yeah.
that. That sounds good.
That's technically they're different classes of
I like.
good companions.
Okay. So it's going to be Nathan, Derek, Murray, Raven, Monsters, Johnny, and Jaw is last. Okay. Cool.
Did
Are we
my
getting a
raven have a
surprise round?
name last time?
Yes, I have it.
did have a name,
Sheeran.
Oh yeah, I've got that
S-H-I-R-I-N.
written down. I gotta read my character
So
sheet.
Menu.
Are they expecting
So
us?
this is weird, isn't it? So where was Menu?
So this is a surprise round. Obviously.
Yeah, should we just give it the Dragonborn a surprise?
And him kicking in the door.
Okay, yeah, okay, good, let's do that. So you smash the door open.
You guys go first.
Oh, we need minis.
We fight the space.
That's right. There's the concept of darkness. Oh, here he is. How cool is this mini? Probably the best paint job I've ever done in my entire life.
Someone yelled out that our signal should be just to yell out signal.
It's the only one that he'll be able to follow. Now! Go now!
Now! Signal!
Okay, so you go bursting
I
in.
would have charged straight for the bull-headed creature if I could get to it without going through the hobgoblin, but I'm going to charge straight into the back of the first hobgoblin.
Excellent.
Wasn't there something here behind the screen?
No,
bed.
a bigger double bed.
A bigger
Oh,
double
just a
bed.
bed, alright.
And there's two veterans asleep in those cots.
Sorry, to what?
Two
Bugbears.
hobgoblins, well armoured, thus referred to as
And
hobgoblin veterans.
since I am fighting for my
Do you want
god,
me to put them on?
Thank you.
for a tool
them
for good,
Someone's
yeah.
lying face down.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's good. Oh, it looks beautiful.
Where's my bonus? That's a bonus action too.
Oh, you're gonna do so many bonus
Oh,
actions.
Don't know why I'm beating my chest.
I like it.
I am.
Well, I go before you,
You
so
go before
why
me.
don't I?
Oh no, he goes.
No, you go.
He's
Surprise
first.
round, both of you.
Surprise.
A surprise.
But you got initiative, so you go.
So can I go in and stab this guy with advantage?
And you get surprise.
Surprise?
You get
Sneak
what's it
attack?
called? Sneak attack. The thing
21.
that hits.
Not great. 16 points of damage to him.
So yeah, you just come charging straight in through this door that gives way fairly easily. And he just sort of looks up, half stands, and as the blade just plunges into him, he looks up with this look of horror. Doesn't die instantly. Yeah, that's a great idea, Nathan. Yeah, cool, fantastic. Next, so that means Murray. Yes.
Yeah, my stand's gonna basically charge it and.
On the other side of this guy. Yep. So you have
Smack him.
advantage since you're flanking.
Ooh, that was lucky. 16.
16 is enough to hit.
Lovely. And then I will therefore do.
Oh.
What's
No,
that?
it isn't. Sorry, 18.
Not enough?
18 now.
Oh.
Plus.
Oh, dear.
So maybe he's got like a cloak on or something, and you stab straight through
stab
the cloak
through
and
the
it
cloak.
glints off.
Did you use that because you're flanking? Did you?
Yeah, I got the advantage.
Yeah,
that was it.
clean-
Yeah, used advantage.
Yeah. Wow. These guys are well equipped, as I said.
15.
Excellent. Okay, so that now brings up the beginning of the battle, which
Right.
is Nathan's character, Menu.
All right.
Who here? Just something I would have worked out before. Who here can see in the dark?
Not me. I don't think I can.
Yeah, so the
Define
humans
seeing in the
can't.
dark.
No.
Yeah,
Dragonborn don't have it either.
No,
Really?
no.
Oh,
It's
that's
a bit weird.
that makes it a little bit more.
Challenging.
Yeah.
Why is it dark?
All right, cool.
I think my raven can see
Running
in the
in.
dark.
I'm
think
going
my
to go
skeleton-
here, so I flank still, and I'm going to do flaming blade,
Uh-huh.
Oh.
and I'm going to hit them. That's
Excellent.
2 attacks, one with my normal sword and one with flaming blade, because I'm a hard kill.
Excellent. Go for it. AC 18.
I'm
The skeleton, Nathan, has dark
16,
vision.
18.
Oh, good.
Just
good.
so you know.
Okay, cool.
Skeleton's got
Yeah,
dark.
I just looked it
Can I
up.
just say, how about your crow? Does it have dark vision? The
I
raven?
think it might. I haven't
Because then
written it
you can
down.
see through it and then just blindly go like this as if you're playing a game,
That's
right?
cool, as long as this crow's watching you.
Nathan,
Wow,
Gets
it can sit on my
distracted by
shoulder and be
lizard,
my
you're like,
eyes.
Stop looking at the lizard! Okay,
Nathan-
attack Nathan.
That's
Nathan, before you do
Yep.
that, I'm just going to help.
You can help?
And I'm going to whistle.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Ear-piercing whistle at the top of, as loud as I can do it, just to
distract?
distract him
You're good.
and give you advantage on that first roll.
All right, you ready? You ready? Well, 20. 20's a good one. You know what, though?
You keep
Describe his
that.
demise, oh Hobgoblin Slayer.
19. 19 and 20. I think I'll go with a 20, but you know.
Excellent. Describe his demise.
um,
So he's just beginning to look up at this rapier has somehow ping.
oh, no. So this is what happens,
Straight
right? So
through
it's
the
a
chain,
flaming, it's a
yeah.
flaming, like,
Yeah.
flaming sword, right? No, it would have been the rapier first, right? Rapier
Yeah.
first.
Rapier first and then
Yeah,
flaming
then
sword.
flaming sword. Okay, cool. So rapier, you just cut, but it's just like all these holes, but perfectly aimed so it doesn't actually damage any of the gear that's on him.
Spoken like a looter.
It is chainmail, so it is plausible.
Yeah, so I'm going through each of the holes, and he's like, "That's surprisingly accurate," as he kind of like falls to the ground.
in Hobgoblin.
Yeah, and even the blood comes out, so it doesn't actually stain any of the armor.
That's gruesome and kind of disturbing.
And do
Excellent.
I get that second with my flaming sword?
Well, the
or-
flaming sword doesn't have to be right next to you, does it, or anything?
Yeah, it does. It's I'm holding it.
Okay, so no. So excellent.
Well, I've still got it for 10 minutes, so that's.
Derek.
Can't be me again.
Yeah.
Well, that was
that
surprise round,
round.
baby.
Now it's
Oh,
back
you
into
got
combat
surprise
round.
as well?
No, he was the
I'm
first in the
Surprise
initiative
round
order.
23,
Oh,
18,
and then
18.
me.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to attack him.
That's why surprise rounds are quite useful.
Yeah, can I just say those rolls?
12.
12 is not enough to hit
Very much
anyone
unlikely.
at all. Murray, Maya
I'm
stand.
going to cut down. I'm going to move here, next to the owlbear.
Yep, so you
and
clamber up on these
flank
rocks.
on him. Yeah. And cut down on the Hobgoblin. Not with anything.
Oh, the
Rolling
raven.
Oh, Sharon.
Flip, 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 flip.
Don't know how much help he can really be.
Can't you cast spells through him?
Well, only touch spells.
Could you levitate?
Levitate's not a touch spell.
Why can you only do touch?
That's what it
Roll.
says.
Raw,
Says
baby.
That you can
He can deliver touch spells.
deliver.
All right, we believe you. What's he going to do?
I thought you might levitate the Minotaur so he can't attack.
Yeah, that would be good. I can do that on my turn.
Oh, sorry, no bad.
I don't know. Can you do some kind of distraction? What is?
Yeah.
Is there anything in the environment that the Raven can manipulate? Maybe.
You could probably push over the screen that's around that bed, but
He could land on the placid bust of Pallas and shout nevermore.
Thank you. That's very helpful.
Get your Ellen Poe.
It's so nerdy, but it's like it's one of those nerds, but it's just like so deep. It's got multiple levels of nerd on it.
Very nerdy.
I don't know, not that nerdy. He only had to read one bloomin' poem.
Says the man.
Oh, I'm a
Says
Dragonborn. Feel the burn?
Oh no.
I need to wash. I'm really. This is not. Oh.
Oh, that was a good one. I have to appreciate
It's Derek
myself.
Lucy's turn because he's stunned.
Oh.
Well, I thought pun damage.
You guys have all got good armor, don't you?
We do.
Yeah.
You're trying to work out what to do.
I'm just trying to work out what to do. I don't think there's much I can do. I think I might just delay the
Alright.
Raven's
Okay.
turn.
David
and
Raven's
move on.
delayed, so it's the monster's turn. The Minotaur
Hang on.
rises.
Surely it's his go, because
I missed.
He missed. Just
Oh.
Yeah, I jumped on the owlbear and missed.
rises and said, "Wormlord, cough, cough, cough,"
oh,
Oh dear.
and steps here to attack, bellowing like this massive bull voice to attack the paladin.
Okay.
La 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 la. Oh, as I try and find his stats. Here we are. Good. Okay, with his great axe.
and my axe.
25.
That will hit me.
Oh my
Wow.
god, this guy packs a punch. 9, 2, 11, 15. Okay, didn't roll very well.
That's not well.
How many stamina and hit point and health
I
do
got
you have?
16 stamina, 15 hit points.
Yeah, okay, good. So you just lost, quite a lot.
You just
Okay,
lost
good.
most of your stamina.
Just always
Yeah, that's
stamina.
right.
So this axe comes hurtling down towards you, and engaged as you were in your action, you're forced to twist. A foot slips on the stones, and you actually drop down to one knee, and the axe passes deadlily and horrifyingly above your head.
It goes into the owlbear.
Oh, crunches straight into the owlbear, exploding
Deci-
crude stuffing in a great cloud.
Great.
Yeah.
So out of
Decapitates
the
the
crowd,
owlbear.
out of the cloud of feathers, in the next moment, my longsword's going to skewer this
That
minotaur.
is so
through his
fantastic.
stomach.
Wow.
Meanwhile, this hobgoblin cries and attacks the rogue who has run through his friend.
How close is that?
He's-
Is technically Corin within 5 feet of me?
Corin
No.
just
Just out of 5
I don't think anything.
No,
anyone.
it has to be the next square. Oof.
You know,
23.
With your action that you delayed?
Pardon?
You delayed your action. Or
No,
did you delay your
The
Raven
Raven
delayed your
delayed his
action?
action.
23 is enough to hit you, but it only does 4. So yeah, so he stabs forward at you, and you deftly avoid the
Right.
avoid the blade, but you take 4 stamina damage.
Oh,
These two hobgoblins
Wake up.
wake up, roll, and blearily shake their head, frantically searching. Initially, maybe this one sort of starts searching for his armor, but he's not wearing at the moment, and sort of abandons that attempt as the other hobgoblin screams at him and just grabs his sword, and comes rushing forward at the paladin. In there, underneath the blade.
jeez.
Oh, is he doing that all in one go, waking up, grabbing his sword, attacking?
Yeah, so I'll
Oh,
let
it's
him-
6 seconds.
I'll-
That's
okay,
a.
good. Yeah, that's fair enough. I'll hold him off. I shall bank that roll of a 19. What's your armor
It
class?
takes me like
20.
13.
You can't bank rolls. This is.
Man,
What a
whoa,
bank
this sounds
rolls.
like a...
Whoa.
Takes me like half an hour to get out of bed.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, these are hobgoblins.
Takes my daughter until about 11.
I was about to say, he wakes up, works out he doesn't have armor,
Works
looks
out
for the
he-
armor,
works out he's
gets
being
up,
attacked, yeah.
works out he's being attacked, gets his sword,
so he doesn't
then
know.
attacks. I
Good.
love it. That
Okay.
would be amazing.
Fagrin?
All right, the skeleton charges in on my command.
Let's see him
There
natural
goes
for the-
Doug. Yep, that looks like a good place to swing a short sword. It's a short sword. I know that
It's a
Minnie has a
big- yeah,
massive
yeah.
long sword, but technically
It's a giant short sword, so it's
You
still technically
do
a short sword.
you just grit your great big jaw together and
Yeah, yeah,
resist
yeah,
every
okay.
temptation to demolish the skeleton as it comes flashing past.
It's
No,
got
no, I've
good
read it-
companion.
I've read-
It's
I've
got
read
good
it for you.
companion in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
comic
no,
on its
good.
head. All right, 16.
So to hit the
gob-
armored
whatever that thing is.
hobgoblin
yeah.
veteran is 18 AC, so
18.
it clashes off its armor.
Everyone's excited for Doug.
Doug, a swing and a
Doug
miss.
gets the.
No problem.
Right, jaw.
Oh, what about my turn?
Your turn.
That
Yeah,
was
sorry,
very rude.
sorry.
Very rude. And what's your raven? And don't forget your raven.
Yeah, because he delayed action.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay.
All right.
Blind,
Where am
somewhere.
I? How many feet does that? 60 feet. I've got 60 feet.
Yeah, you got lots.
To everything, don't I? All right. I'm gonna cast levitate on the Minotaur because he seems like the most scary creature in here. He is,
Yeah,
isn't
the
he?
roof is like literally just there, so
Yeah.
There is
I
no
don't-
roof.
Send him through the
I
roof.
thought there was a hole in the roof.
not in the roof, no.
There was
No,
one
the hole in this
There's
one.
hole.
Oh, on that roof.
But you can still sort of stick him up and, crash his horns into the roof, I suppose. It'd be still pretty awkward.
So is he barely fitting in the right? How high is the ceiling?
Yeah,
in here?
his horns are scratching the roof, absolutely.
So levitating him is probably.
I think you can still make it awkward.
I
for him
can
to
still
move
make it
around.
very difficult for him to act.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll lift him whatever distance off the ground. I mean, I can do 20 feet, but I think
Yeah.
I'll probably do 1.
So you cast everything. Does he get a save if it's sort of?
He's unwilling?
Does he weigh more than 500 pounds?
No, he wouldn't weigh 500 pounds.
I wouldn't think so.
No,
All
I
right.
think so. No.
He doesn't get a save.
Doesn't get a
He
save.
just goes into the
So
air.
he just sort of
He just
rises
lifts
up.
into the air. He can. Oh no, he gets a Constitution save of 15.
11 plus 3. Did you
It's
not?
not 15.
Good enough, up he goes.
No,
Sorry.
no,
So yeah,
help
so he
him.
can move
You want
by
to stack?
pushing or pulling against fixed objects or a surface within reach, such as
Oh,
the
cool.
ceiling,
Cool.
which allows it to move, statistically, to move as if it's climbing.
That's cool.
So he
So how high is the ceiling?
does
So he's kind of stuck on the ceiling, but he can move along the ceiling and he can swing his weapons and he can do whatever he needs to do, but he can't move as fast as walking.
That's so
he has to move
cool.
his crawling stat.
Could he have-
climbing stat?
Could he have disadvantage on rolls to hit if he was?
He's squished up against the ceiling in an
It's
awkward
not, his,
position.
it's not his usual fighting stats.
Yeah, I don't
It's what,
Yeah, he's you could say off balance.
Flailing
Yeah.
around.
yeah, I would say a little bit harder.
Where's Jaw?
Jaw is out here.
Okay, so he comes running in. I don't think he would have been that far back.
No. He would have
Okay.
been in the courtyard.
So he comes bolting in, swinging his weapon, whatever it was.
Quarterstaff.
Quarterstaff.
Quarterstaff, that's right. Yeah, okay. Scoring a
Who knows?
yeah,
what
yeah, a 19, which
Do you have
is
the
enough to
stats?
hit.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I do have some stats for Jaw. Yeah, 7 hit points of damage on this.
Armored.
On the armored hobgoblin, yeah. So yeah, he doesn't do any physical damage, but a large clang on the shoulder of this goblin, which puts him off his lunch.
Can the raven act that
Yes.
delayed turn?
Yep.
The raven's gonna fly in here where the bed is
Mm-hmm.
and use mimicry. I didn't think of that before. To make the sound of growling, barking dogs and wolves and things in the corner there as a distraction.
Cool.
Try and get the attention of these goblins that just woke up and don't know what's going on.
That's cool. That's super cool. Excellent. That brings us to the top, to menu.
What's on the menu tonight?
Now the menu. hey. I'm gonna have to run around, aren't I? Because everyone's down my way. Go behind that guy.
Oh, there's a rock
There's a screen and a big boulder that's 5 foot high. You clamber up on it.
Climb up
you
the
could
5
climb
foot
up
high
onto
rock.
the yeah.
Do you want to stand up there and wail down on this guy?
Yeah.
From 5 feet?
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
And with
That's
my
cool.
flaming sword, so I'm going to jump up.
Oh, and then dive off it.
You watch this, boys.
Oh,
You ready,
yeah.
boys?
This
You
is like
ready?
the end of Star Wars.
Does he get some kind of advantage or something
Oh,
for
I think he's
landing?
lucky not to need a roll for climbing up on the rock, but that's fine.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah.
That equals out.
This is an elf. Remember?
That's true. That's true. There's no sticky mud.
Let's remember that
Okay.
Legolas didn't slowly walk up. He didn't need to be thrown.
Okay, I'm going to give you
Like a
advantage on this
dwarf, right?
attack. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Higher ground.
Alright.
Higher ground, moral and actual.
Yeah, there we go. Right.
Hey.
Thank you. I really need it.
Oh, it's a 1. You
I
slip
didn't- it
off
Five.
the rock.
Advantage, right? 5.
And yeah, so you're stuck on the rock, and it doesn't look awesome. That's so
No,
sad.
it slightly rolled a little bit.
It
No, it was
rocks,
like-
like
It
when
was
you're
like,
walking
whoa,
around the river.
whoa. Oh, okay, I'm up, but I'm good.
Excellent. Corin.
I'm going to attack this guy
This is
here.
all rather dense, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting
good.
intense.
Yeah, that'll hit.
23.
Yep, that'll hit it.
Oh,
AC
yeah.
19, remember?
Didn't you have advantage because we've got flank everywhere? Nice roll.
Oh my god.
22
10,
damage.
22,
Describe
25.
his demise.
Oh yeah.
Gosh, give the rogue. Yes.
Sneak
By the way,
I
they still have
slice
this
up.
stupid stealth.
And catch his femoral artery and his groin.
Ooh.
And he collapses spilling
That's
blood.
assuming a lot about the vein system of an armored hobgoblin.
It is a humanoid. And he collapses to the ground, gushing blood
Yeah,
and
that's hideous.
in enormous amounts of pain for the rest of his very short life.
Oh. Now everyone has to note down who they drop. Yeah, every monster you drop, you need to note it on your character sheet.
Oh, really?
You can,
Hydra.
Oh, yeah. Hydra.
that's
Two
your note
hellhounds.
for now.
Absolutely.
Then you can turn it into a text note.
I
Mine
swing my long sword at the Minotaur just as it's going up out of my reach. My sword continues into the side of one small, unarmored, just barely woken hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin.
Oh dear.
And that is a 13.
Yes, that hits with no armor.
Right. So he shouldn't have got out of bed so quick.
He shouldn't have. He should have taken the time, like the
I'm-
2 minutes or whatever it takes to
right.
put on
Since
armor.
I'm searching for the tool, I'm also going to use Divine Smite.
Oh, he has 21 hit points. in
Yep, so
total.
Divine Smite is when I hit with a melee weapon attack, you can expend 1 spell slot to deal an extra 2d8 radiant damage.
Wow.
So he was expecting to hit the Minotaur, which has just risen
Nice.
out
I
of
love
his
it. Can I give you inspiration
range.
for later? That's
You
great.
can. Of course you can. No!
How dare you!
Inspiration.
May I have the milk?
Yeah, dealing plus 7, 15, 17, 19.
19.
Damage.
Oh, scrunch. Your blade just like cuts, kind of a third of the way into his torso. Oh. And the Minotaur looks down. Roar. Scream the Raven.
Oh,
The
again.
Raven's woofing.
Yeah, I mean.
I love, that's a good line. What's the raven doing? Currently it's wolfing on the bed.
Right.
Ravens.
Thoughts. Thought bubble.
Yeah, I reckon I might just delay acting again.
Yep, okay. That's
Because I
probably
think
wise.
I've made
Excellent.
that. Yeah.
So this hobgoblin is distracted, in fact, by the sudden burst of all this noise of hellhounds and all sorts of stuff from over there on the bed. Is very confused. There's a blade in his stomach. It's going to attack with disadvantage. Maya Stan. Oh, it doesn't really hurt his roll. 14 plus 4 is 18, which is not
No,
enough to hit you.
doesn't
So
hit me.
yeah, you just parry it with your blade.
So glad it's you it's attacking.
The
The other one?
The other one, yeah, I guess runs forward.
Did he find his weapon?
Yes, he found his weapon and charges, doing at Derek's character, Corin, gaining disadvantage, and you can have advantage against him when you subsequently attack him, because he's doing an unsafe attack or whatever it's called. 19 is enough to hit.
Yes, I might use my dodge to halve this damage.
Okay, yes.
19 even with disadvantage. You must have rolled well.
He did. He had advantage.
Oh,
not disadvantage.
advantage.
Oh, yeah, Dad.
You'll have advantage against him.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
10 maximum roll. So
Half that,
so half of that. So 5. So 5 stamina. So you're kind of in the you're surrounded by undead and hobgoblins and everything. You just haven't taken any cuts yet. Is that right?
That's
Yeah,
my
just-
second hit.
That's your second hit,
Yeah.
but you still haven't taken any cuts.
First one I
Excellent.
took 4, didn't
The
it?
Minotaur screams at the top of his lungs with increased urgency.
He's already had the shot.
Weirlord!
just scream.
Weirlord Koth! We need you! Get down here! And hails his axe down at the paladin
With disadvantage.
with disadvantage for sure, because it's well and truly off balance. Oh, a 6 and a 13. I think the 13 would have hit. No, with a 19 wouldn't hit anyway. So yeah, so you definitely and easily. It's this heavy, heavy, dangerous blade. And then
It took
the
half my health.
He's
and one
swinging
before,
wildly.
with a low roll of damage.
the Minotaur then drags himself across the roof over to here.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, destroys the combat.
maybe
Oh, because you're on a rock. You're like he's
I know,
easily, more easily reached.
Oh, yeah, you're
just
actually
drags
at the
himself
same
across
height.
The ceiling, yeah, that's right. That's cool. Towards that door.
Does Nathan get an attack of opportunity then?
We'll have to look
Only
up
when
the
it
rules.
exits.
Yeah, we'll have to
Oh,
look up the rules of
exiting,
attacks.
yeah.
Opportunity. I mean, maybe he exited Murray's. Anyway, yeah. Well, let's look.
He
it
would
up.
have exited Murray's.
Except
Yeah.
Murray had already missed. Well, not even
No, I
missed,
hit,
but
I hit the hobgoblin.
Yeah, and there's a hobgoblin in the way, so yeah,
Yeah.
we'll let the.
it's chaotic.
yeah.
Oh, I suppose I should have got one as he levitated out of my square.
Yeah, very possibly. Johnny,
That's a
Fagan,
good
what
way
does
of
he
using
do?
Well, to keep the hobgoblin on the ceiling, I need to concentrate. So that's my turn, which is kind of sad.
You could stop concentrating.
I could drop
Minotaur.
him. I'm in the Minotaur. I could drop the Minotaur back down onto the ground and do something different.
Didn't we work out concentration doesn't?
Oh no, I can.
You can do certain things while you're still concentrating.
Oh, maybe I
You
can
just can't
still
take
cast.
damage.
You can attack someone.
Let's pause you. We'll give Jaw a look. While I think you can attack someone. Maybe you can't cast another spell. Where's Jaw?
Jaw's here on a rock.
No. Jaws
here.
Jaw's
There.
there.
Okay, so he steps.
run around and help.
So he can step.
Oh, he can run around. He can run around. Yep.
This way?
He can go through the skeleton.
Yes.
I just go to there. That's a good idea. He
Help
attacks.
Corin.
Oh, rolls a 1.
Oh.
So no, he
Trips over.
falls
He's
out through
currently
the door.
prone.
doesn't need to do anything silly. He just yeah. There's no opening. It's all chaotic. There's owlbear stuffing flying around the room. There's screaming.
He gets a
and
feather
crying.
stuck in his eye and
Yeah.
he can't see.
Yeah. Good. Do you have you worked out what you can do?
No, but I think you're right. I mean, the chat probably knows.
Yeah. Chat, tell us. I'm looking it up right now as well.
What's this?
What does concentration mean? You lose
Concentration-
concentration on a spell if
It's a
you
bonus.
cast another spell that
Yeah, I
requires
thought so.
concentration.
I
Only
can
another spell
cast
that
a spell that
requires
doesn't-
concentration. You can't concentrate on 2 spells at once. If you take damage, whenever you take damage while concentrating on a spell, you must make a Constitution save to maintain your Constitution. So you can attack, you can move, you can talk, you can cast any spells you like as long as they're not spells that require concentration.
That makes sense.
The crow could deliver a touch spell.
Yeah, but
Is the crow delayed again? The crow's delayed again.
Yeah.
yeah. So now the crow could move, and then I could do my touch spell through the crow. But I don't really have any good touch spells that will do anything good in this situation. Oh,
I know exactly what I'm doing.
well, they all require concentration.
Is the door to the
Too many
underneath?
concentration spells.
While you do that, I'll ask a question. Underneath the door going to the tower, is that open?
It's not open.
What kind of door is it?
It's a strong-looking wooden door.
What kind of lock is on it?
It looks a lot newer than the door that he kicked through.
And what is around it? Is the wall strong?
The walls are stone and solid. Yeah, the door looks nice and solid.
Okay, cool. I just want to know what and it's currently closed,
Yeah.
and it's a very very strong door.
Oh,
Correct?
it looks quite solid. Yeah.
Cool.
All right, I'm
And
gonna,
which way does it open?
It looks like it opens inwards away from you.
You sure it doesn't open outwards, as that's the more defendable of the?
Okay, I'm gonna cast blindness, which doesn't require concentration, on
Go for it.
the Minotaur, so that he
He
can't
gets
find his
a-
way to the door.
Fantastic.
So he
That's good.
he gets a save Constitution saving throw, and if he fails, he's blinded
Wow,
for a whole minute,
That's not very.
A
nice.
minute?
which is quite a long time in
10
combat.
rounds of combat. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so only.
So
11.
DC 15.
Yeah, so both of the rolls. The roll had almost landed on, and then the roll when he knocked the table that it landed on, so he failed.
So he
But
is
this
blinded for 10 turns.
Ah! Wow, that's a bit mean. 10 turns. Wow, cool.
So not only is he offering, he's also blind. I mean, I could probably drop him next turn if I want to cast something else on something else.
So that was. Oh, that was. Vagrant. Okay, good. I gave Jaw his turn. Okay, so Menu.
So I just want to ask a question. I want to lock this door.
Oh.
There's 2 ways I can do it. One is spike growth, which just means it makes it incredibly difficult terrain and it grows plants up all around the door.
Great.
Classic
It
druid
becomes
spell.
difficult terrain, but I'm thinking if the door's new, it can't actually open or shut because there's going to be all these plants growing up around
Yeah,
it.
that's cool.
The second one is to enwrap the door as if I was holding a person, but just have it so that the vines, instead of holding a person, they literally just surround and grab the
As in
door.
you're casting a whole person.
I'm casting. It's not whole person. It's where is it? It's the one where the
Entangle?
Entangled, yeah. So I can cast Entangled on the door, So the door.
Yeah, no, I like the first option.
I like spike growth.
Yeah, spike growth.
Which is cheaper? Which is,
They're both the same.
They're
They're
both
both
level?
second level, and there's I've got one more after this. I can do second
Cool.
level.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking if I do spike growth,
We're gonna make
and
the
just-
door grow spikes because it's wooden.
Yes. Well, essentially, you make a 20-foot point of radius on the ground. Everything just comes up twisted
Oh, wow.
spikes, and then anything within that kind of like. So I was going to do it just maybe on the.
Like
I would take a
centered on
step
the door
back
itself.
Yeah,
And-
that sounds cool. Okay, good. Leap off the stone and cast spike growth in that whole area.
and then just go. You know what I'm going to do? This is how it works, right? I get seeds, and I throw the seeds out of the bag, and they land on the ground, and then some of them go under the door because the door's so cleanly swung open. It's got that little bit of an area underneath the draft, and the seeds just go underneath, so it goes on the other side of the door as well. And then just immediately these spikes come up, but they kind of hide there. They're kind of like just sitting there, but they're ready to go. They're kind of camouflaged.
And so if someone wants to move past them,
So so it's difficult terrain. The ground for a 20-foot area from a point within range are twisted sprouts and hard spikes and thorns come out of the ground. The area becomes difficult terrain for the duration, which is 10 minutes. When a creature moves within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5-foot traveled.
2d4 for every 5 foot travelled. Okay,
The
yeah.
transformation of the ground camouflage look natural. Any creature can't see the area at the time the spell is cast. Makes a wisdom perception roll against your spell's DC to
Yeah.
recognize it.
Okay, cool.
So nobody even on the other side would even know.
That's cool. I love it.
That's the range.
That's pretty annoying, to be frank. That's
Hang on,
excellent.
that's the bad guy trapped in his tower.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, cool. That's great. Wow, Nathan. Excellent.
Sorry,
Alright.
I just assumed that the new door is probably where the bad guy is.
You mean this one?
Oh, you mean that one? Oh yeah, okay, cool. Anyways, the door's kind of caught up in that because it kind of comes out the door.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay.
Can I, with a swift kick some embers into that dude's face and get advantage on
That's
the
a
attack
great
roll?
idea.
Yeah. Oh,
That's a great idea. Do that.
do it.
Just as kind of a.
Oh, especially when you roll a 1 and a 19.
A 1 and a 19.
So you had advantage, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Excellent. So you kick embers up in his face. So
Yep.
you got advantage against him.
Yep. And
In fact, I already said you had advantage because he attacked
Yeah,
you
that's-
Oh,
recklessly,
yeah.
didn't I? Yeah.
right.
Anyway,
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
it's cool for narrative.
Right, yeah.
Okay. And I do 10, 13, 16 points of damage.
So you also roll to attack him, or when did
Oh,
you
sorry,
that,
do
was
I-
that was that roll.
That was
that
the 19 and the
was
one.
the roll to attack.
That was
What was the? Oh, you just kicked embers.
that was just yeah.
Excellent. Good.
For
Fantastic. 16 hit points of damage. Good.
Yes.
I can stink the thing. Excellent. Good. Excellent. Boom. Good. So yeah. So what are you stabbing with? A rapier.
The rapier,
Yeah. So it just pierces straight through his lung, his left lung,
Nice.
and he screams out in hobgoblin-y horror and rage. Maya stab.
Right, so my sword is stuck in this guy's torso.
Yeah.
I'm just going to push it through. So it's in there already.
Excellent. I'll give you advantage for sure.
Like it doesn't even have to move. Right, here we go. Well, that was lucky. A 1 and a 17. with the
Excellent.
advantage. So,
Describe his
That's
demise.
24. Yeah, basically, I just pushed the sword through and his top half also slides off
Yeah.
the other.
Oh, like the-
like in the Matrix.
yeah, yeah.
Excellent.
Leaving me facing the back of a blinded Minotaur.
Oh, the raven.
Oh, the raven.
The raven takes off, I suppose.
Well, the raven was already in the air. I
It
think.
was he? Yeah. Okay, cool.
I don't know. Maybe he's on the bed.
He was barking on the bed.
Oh, that's right. He's just gonna fly up and just torment this blinded Minotaur flying around
Oh,
its head.
that's
And
so
I might
evil.
even roll. No, I'll roll an actual
No, so
attack.
he can't even use. So he can't see it now. You're distracting him with sound, so he can't even listen to where the bad guy
And
is.
I'm
peck
gonna
his
I'm
ears.
gonna I'm gonna peck at him with my beak.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
19.
22 to
Yeah,
hit.
that's a hit.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
1 damage.
1 damage.
It's just a
Go
raven's
the raven.
beak. It's not doing.
Raven!
It's not gonna take
Can I
him
just say,
down.
if that killed him, and you had to write that on the Raven's character sheet?
Yeah, I know. That was his
Oh.
last hit point. Come on.
Oh,
The Minotaur goes
Poison the raven's claws.
Oh, no, really.
Evil party.
Hey, when we kill
Yeah.
this Minotaur, can we reanimate it?
It's remember we said it was.
No, that was the
That's the
owlbear.
owlbear.
not-
It's
not-
large too.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks
man.
large. It barely fits
And I
in the
just
room.
cut one of the hobgoblins in half. But
Oh no, you just need a pile of
I
bones.
can still
yeah, we can
reanimate it
We can
with cut
stitch
in
that
half.
back together.
No. What we can do is get a few of them, put them back in, like four-armed goblin with like.
No, cast it on him and he crawls over to his legs and kind of.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they're just like.
So the hobgoblin that's there on his last legs
Yes.
attacks the
Yeah, me.
Corin.
Because he's within 5 feet of me, I impose my reaction, which gives him disadvantage for attacking a friend of mine
because your friend
Your friend is within 5
within 5 feet of me.
Yes.
Nice.
You guys, so a 12, but a 1 instead.
Oh.
So you just like.
You are good to your friends.
You know what he does?
Good companion.
He's like, and then he looks over as you just like completely eviscerate his friend.
Yeah.
And just goes, and instead he takes a 5-foot step back. Backs off. Good. The Minotaur.
So do I get a take of
No,
opportunity?
just-
Just disengages it?
After
Yeah.
5, it's only if it's over 5. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
is that right? I
No,
don't know.
it's-
You can always get a free 5-foot step.
Well, what he can do is he can take a disengage.
Yeah, okay, so he
maneuver.
does that instead of attacking, narratively. Good. So
Minotaur.
the Minotaur, what can he possibly do?
Well, he can't see.
No.
And if he drops,
He's being
screwed.
attacked by a raven, so
Yeah.
he could swing wildly at the raven
Yeah.
if that's annoying him.
He's got like double disadvantage,
Yeah.
He's-
How do I do double?
I don't
well,
know.
another -2.
I suppose.
0.4 or something. Whatever it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
just call it
He's going to attack the raven. But I'll roll triple. Yeah, I'll roll 3 dice. So 13 and 15 and 16. So a 13. Oh, pretty good. But that's
that'll
only
hit.
+6, so 19.
That'll hit.
Oh no.
with blindness.
Yeah.
with blindness as well.
He rolled 3
Yeah.
d20s. He could have easily got a low roll.
You see your ravens, and up comes this hideously sharp and vicious axe. How many hit points does your
Oh
raven
no,
have?
1. Just
One?
any hit and he's gone. He's a familiar. I can recast him.
Okay.
He can
But
come
yeah,
back
but
later.
you'll be gutted.
Not really.
Okay.
He
Come
just,
back.
No, he just goes into some other pocket dimension and then I can
Right.
recast
Can,
him.
can I
up.
say,
Two.
you don't
Yeah.
have a problem with death. I don't think.
That's right.
I don't think out of everyone
Yeah,
here,
yeah, that's true.
you're like,
that's
you know
true.
what?
Just like, can we say like the blade passes through and it just
just
explodes
pops.
into feathers?
No, he
Into
just
feathers.
pops and disappears
Yeah,
into a
yeah.
pocket
So
dimension.
there's no blood,
Smoke
no
feathers.
contact. Yeah, smoke feathers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Minotaur unfortunately doesn't get to see with satisfaction the destruction of your
Not
But the
familiar.
distraction stops.
Destruction isn't really the word though, because
yeah.
he still exists. I've just got
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
bring him
Ah,
back from the
that's
dimension
cool.
he's been sent to.
Yeah.
When death isn't really an issue,
Well, yeah,
you know, and life's a bit. You just see things through a different lens.
So,
that's kind of my character.
Through a lens darkly, one might say.
thing, you know.
Yeah, dead, alive. They're very. It's just what phase of life they're in.
so
Just energy.
That's
you
it.
hear
Oh,
a
his turn.
distant hobgoblin cry
Oh, no.
from behind the door as someone presumably stumbles into the
Into the
into the thorns.
Ah! My defeat us all!
What was it? 2d4 damage.
2d4.
5 feet.
Per 5 feet. So he
At
how
least.
How many feet?
how many feet did he run
circle did he
to
run
without?
through?
You don't know.
He's just
You
gonna
just
roll
hear
it.
yelling. Ow, ow.
We don't know how many hit points he has either, so it's all
Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
Then you
It's
hear
really
"Open
annoying.
the door!"
You know what I was going to do? I was going to fling the door open and fireball a lot of you.
Well, you can't because the door fock goes inwards.
You could
It doesn't
fireball-
fling
You
outwards.
could fireball,
We already decided which way the door
you
flew.
could fireball the door if you wanted to. And burn his
Not
Minotaur.
with the surprise of landing in
It would have been
thorns.
really cool to fireball you all. It would have been a dramatic
Paladin
moment.
would have loved it.
Not me. I'm
That's
not
right.
where I
That's
am.
right.
I'd be fine. I'm over there.
Good, you guys are really powerful. That's fantastic.
But in like a funny way.
Alright, we're
That's
back
right.
to...
We're back. I know we're after the monsters, which is Fagrin.
Right.
Yeah. So the skeleton.
Hang on. Is the Minotaur still alive?
Yeah.
So if he
He's
fell,
lost 1 hit point.
if he fell, he would fall on spikes and then not know which way to go to get out of the spikes.
Oh, run around in spikes.
Just putting it out there that he has no idea where the spikes end or go.
Is this
awful.
creature's still alive?
Yes.
Yeah.
But can the skeleton get there?
Yeah, you can,
Yeah,
make
you
him
can
walk through the fire.
pretty
Just
quick.
walk straight through the fire. Stand in
Stand in the
fire.
middle of
Stand
the
in
fire,
fire, yeah.
and swing the short sword.
This guy's unarmored, so his armor class is very low. Remember, it's
That's
only.
lucky. I rolled a natural 20.
Oh!
Yeah, Doug.
Guess
Look
what?
at him, there he
D6.
is.
He is a
Oh,
good
that's such a great shot.
companion.
Yes,
He
yes.
is a good companion.
It's
Oh,
written
so
on his
I rolled
forehead.
2d6, don't
I
I?
loved it.
As in it's 1d6, but I
Yes,
rolled a 20.
That's right, yeah. Oh,
Whoa.
describe the demise.
Oh, Doug!
Doug gets to add. I can't believe I'm calling him Doug.
No. I think I get that still.
good.
But,
No.
But
But
is
Doug,
Doug
in our
female?
hearts.
Because then he could be Douglas.
Good, so he destroys it.
He's a lad.
Yeah, so Doug swings his
He's a hobgoblin skeleton, remember?
hobgoblin
Yeah, at the
short
hobgoblin.
sword at his fellow hobgoblin, and
The hobgoblin looks outraged and slightly disappointed as he dies, looking into the eyes or the eye sockets of a fellow
Who's
board
got
member.
flames
and there's like
curling
flames
out.
coming up his legs.
So he's now a flaming skeleton.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I like him even more.
And as the short sword slices into the hobgoblin, his rib cage rattles.
Like happily.
Like
Like a chitter.
yeah, like he's laughing.
Yeah.
In a
So now it's
skeletal
Fagan's
kind of
turn?
way. Oh yeah, that's my.
I think
So
you should do that.
I'm gonna stop concentrating on that.
Oh,
Spell.
drop him in 2d4.
It isn't an action. It's
No, but that
an
drops him
inaction.
prone.
Drops him
right?
prone.
Drops
yeah.
him prone, yeah.
Oh.
And he
Yeah,
takes
some more hit points.
takes some damage from that. I love this. Sorry.
I love this.
And I'm gonna cast Chill Touch, so that a ghostly skeletal hand appears in the same square as the hobgoblin.
Ooh.
Minotaur.
And in the Minotaur, sorry, and it attacks him.
Wow. Now?
And yes, so I have to roll to hit. What do I roll? What's my to hit?
Yeah.
Is it,
It's your Dex plus your proficiency, I think.
Plus,
Yep.
plus
Which
8.
is
Oh no,
Plus
it's
five.
your proficiency plus your casting bonus,
Yeah.
something like that. Quick chat.
No, that sounds right.
anyway. We'll roll and see how much I need to add.
And it's if it's prone, you got advantage.
Oh yeah, I get advantage. That's lucky because I rolled a 4. A 7 is
Seven.
slightly better. 7 plus whatever my.
It's not armor class is not very high, so your casting bonus, which is intelligence plus 4 plus your proficiency, which is 3. So 7 plus 7 is 14. Its armor class is 14. You hit it.
Oh,
Nice. So I do 1d8 necrotic damage,
Oh.
which is 6. And it can't regain hit points, any hit points, those or any others, until the start of my next turn.
Nice.
okay.
Somebody just said in chat, Doug is the new Oliver.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So it
Nice.
takes 6 hit points
Yeah.
and can't
We're gonna
do
write
any healing
slogans all
for
over
it.
Doug. On each phone.
Doug's
He's
gonna
like
get
he's already got good companion.
tattoos.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, actually. That's
He-
nice,
he-
Fagan.
He's gonna get
I love that
He's gonna
Doug has
become-
managed.
He's going to become like a Mexican Day of the Dead skeleton with decorations all over every bone in his body.
His armor class is not that good and his hit points are not that many.
Yeah, but you can.
And yet he hasn't taken a single
I think
scratch
I don't
of
think if he does,
damage
he's gonna
and
be
has taken
reanimated
down a
every-
hobgoblin.
I don't mind. I think every time he dies, he's going to get reanimated anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He's like the perfect companion.
Oh yeah. He's not just a good companion, he's a perfect companion.
That's next. Yeah.
Jaw comes bolting around here and charges with glee. He's getting the enthusiasm of being a team member, no longer being a lone warrior. Attacks. Yes.
advantage.
and
With
hits.
advantage, yeah.
Yes, hits anyway. Excellent. With his quarterstaff and does 8 hit points damage. Just slamming down on the Minotaur. Excellent.
This poor Minotaur.
Who's just there on his hands and knees with spikes just stabbing into him everywhere. Oh my gosh.
Oh, is
Right.
he taking damage from that yet?
Does
Yes.
he keeps taking damage every time he tries to move, doesn't
Oh.
he?
Yeah.
So on his next turn he'll take more damage.
But the thing is, you've got to remember that it's not just his feet taking damage.
It's his hands.
arms and,
And his
hands.
knees, and that's right,
And he
yeah.
fell prone, so that's, I'm thinking chest
Yeah.
as well. Like,
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
very...
yeah.
He's on his hands and knees, that's right.
He's not here.
He's dropped his axe.
Oh yeah,
Are we
he's
back to the top?
he's not holding his axe anymore.
Menu, you go.
Okay, so Menu, who's pretty much nearly spelled out, but
But you can still just attack with your weapon.
Yeah, that's
Just
it.
pummel him.
No, but I had a really kind of clever one. What was I going to do? Where is it? Was it Druidcraft? I think I can. A harmless sensory effect, so I can make a puff of smoke, a sound, or something like that. So I'm going to make a sound as if it's somebody's from the door, to pull him towards the door.
Right.
Further into the thorns.
Further into the thorns.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm going to cast that to basically kind of like pull him towards, distract him towards
Even
the
more.
doors
Nice.
on both sides, because it's just like, you know. I figured that'd be a bit of fun.
Yep.
Excellent.
But yes, so that's what I'm going to do.
Oh, that's your go?
That is my go. I just thought a
Go on.
little bit more role playing. You know what I
Do we
mean?
need to stop soon for you? 11:08.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, awesome. Good.
We'll kill them all.
Karen.
So I'm going to go here, drop my rapier, and pull out my bow and
Excellent.
shoot.
Ping him.
Yep, drop your rapier and pull out your blow, yes, and
Yeah.
shoot him. That's fine.
But your what?
Pull out the blow,
Blah, blah, blah.
blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
24,
Excellent.
25.
It's a hit.
And you're rolling 2 because...
Oh, no, I shouldn't be rolling 2.
Because he's prone.
He's prone.
He's
Oh,
prone.
Okay. Well, doesn't it make it harder to hit with a
I
bow?
don't know.
No, he's not moving.
Oh, I don't
It's
know.
3.5 Pathfinder.
I don't know if that's
D&D.
mechanically
Yeah,
even
that's right.
sorted out.
So 10, 13, 16.
How do you do that with a bow and arrow?
Yeah,
sneak
sneak
attack.
attack.
Ow.
Because he's prone. That's.
I get advantage.
My stand.
Attacks.
This is this poor Minotaur.
Chops down with his bloody long sword.
So you, hang on, where did
Natural
The owlbear's not there
you...
anymore.
Yeah, there's, okay. Natural 20.
And he charges, casts Divine Smite at the same time.
Oh.
Gives him an
Excellent.
extra 2d8, leaving him with 1 spell slot after this.
Oh, yes, you're burning spell slots, that's right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, same here.
So, do I get 2 burning smites then because of the, or just double the first roll?
Double the.
So 48.
Double any dice
I
involved
don't
in the
have-
attack.
Do you know what the
68? No.
Yeah.
I think so.
68. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
No,
I think
it
it's-
is.
Can I borrow a d8, please?
Yeah, sure. Here we go.
Yeah, I'll kill this Minotaur.
Does anyone
There's
know
all
it,
the-
Jazz?
all the d8s at the table. There we go.
You're going to kill him.
Yeah.
So,
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty good.
25, 30, 33, 40.
holy moly.
He
How's he
had
feeling?
41 hit points.
Oh,
He's
no,
on
so he's not dead yet.
40 hit points now.
I decapitate him.
Oh, he's not dead.
He's not dead.
He's got 1 hit point.
He's got 1
Say
hit point
you
left.
decapitate
Oh.
him.
I'm going to use my
Sorry.
point of inspiration.
Oh, yes!
I was about to say you could yell out, yield.
Excellent. So you
If
do
only
something
Sheeran
like-
was still here to do a beak attack. 1 hit point.
Sheeran.
But Sheeran
Can you do?
is
Can you do
gone.
one? Yeah, one. You had that. You never used that inspiration.
Like, yeah,
before.
yeah.
Excellent. You decapitate the Minotaur. Wow.
My goodness.
With 1 moment's breath to take. At that moment, the door. You hear a cry. And we'll pause in just a moment.
You hear another cry.
Take some more damage.
Frustrated, taking damage, the hobgoblin drives his way forward, nevertheless pulls the door open. He looks like this, which is super cool.
Cool.
Ooh.
He looks angry.
Wormlord Koth. The door flies open. You see him raise his hands viciously as fire
He
starts
steps through the
to
door?
bloom through.
How does he get through
from
the
his
door?
fingertips?
Yeah,
He just pulls the door open.
He's suffered the damage.
And
yeah.
casts, yeah, he just screw this, you know, ow, ow, pulls the door open, casts fireball.
Can I
Yep.
counter with my breath weapon? So there's like 2 walls of flame fighting each other.
That's pretty cool. Excellent. Like Harry Potter and Voldemort.
Yeah!
At that moment, also bursting through this door
Oh,
is
no.
Point to it again.
bursting through this door is a hobgoblin riding a warg.
Door's open.
Yep.
Yep.
And bolting across the corridor down here is a hobgoblin riding a warg towards the
fag.
wizard.
Oh,
And
dear.
the manticore at the same moment has awoken, bursts up through the ceiling, flapping its heavy wings as it rises and assesses the situation. And we shall pause there.
Oh.
Talk about a cliffhanger.
Now, is this a cliffhanger for the night, or is this a cliffhanger for like?
We're pausing till next session.
I think
Oh,
We're gonna
join
have to
us
break.
next time.
2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
All right, let's take a photo of this
Yes,
setup so that we
yes.
know what it looks like.
Oh, hang on. So he's facing him there,
Yes.
breath weaponing
That's
against
so
his
cool.
fireball.
I love it.
So cool.
And we need to add that. Sorry, just add that last
You've got a warg
a wall riding. Yeah,
towards Fagan. Yep.
yeah, that's right. We'll say yeah. Say
Okay, well we can do this, but thank you very much for joining us, everybody.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for your comments in chat.
yay! I shall go back and look at all of them.
Thank you for Doug.
Yay.
Thank you for
I
that.
mean, the
What a hero.
hardcore. He's gritty.
I'll begrudgingly
you know.
accept that he's going to be called Doug.
Yep, yep.
That's pretty cool, actually.
My stand's going to have a Minotaur helmet by the next session.
Oh,
yes.
that's so cool.
He's got a lot of things to get through before we get a Minotaur helmet. So
I like that. All right,
He
guys.
doesn't think like that, though.
So basically, we did really well until at the end when everything's now going to attack us, and we're going to come back and have another battle.
We've got a boss fight while we're spent.
I like
Yeah,
that.
that'll be
Yeah,
solid.
yeah. That's
Yeah, I've got a
nothing-
couple of things left.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've.
I got one spell slot left.
All right. Well, thank you
Wow.
very much for watching, guys.
My
And
sneak
we'll see you
attack
again in
doesn't run
2
out.
weeks.
Exactly. Nor does mine.
Until then,
Just kill.
goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye.
thank you, everybody.
Bye.